For Thursday in cybersecurity, we are going to go through how we password crack an encrypted container. The idea is what happens if you lose your encrypted container password? What can you do to get it? We're going to be doing a password cracking using a tool called John the Ripper. Now, before you get started with this, you're going to need to upload your encrypted container that you created yesterday back onto the virtual lab, since it's no longer there. So what you need to do is find where you have it saved and drag it over to the lab and make sure it finishes loading. Then within the virtual lab, remember that you can find it in the G drive. You're going to want to move it from the G drive to the E drive. That's where it was yesterday. So then make sure that it's been copied and put in there. Once you have it in the E drive, we're going to go ahead and just make sure that it runs, that it's working. So we're going to open up the start menu, go to type in true to bring up TrueCrypt that we were using yesterday, and we're going to mount the encrypted container. So find where you have your encrypted container in the new volume E drive, select it, and then choose a drive to mount it through. I'm going to do it on the F drive. I mount it, type in your password that you had for it yesterday. If you don't remember what it is, it should be recorded in your notebook under Wednesday. You should have recorded it there. And once you've mounted it, you should then see it located in the file manager, and you could click on it and see all of the files that have in it. As long as it's open, you can see that, it should be ready to go. So then bring back TrueCrypt and go ahead and dismount it, and you can go ahead and close out TrueCrypt. So from here, we're now going to start in the instructions on step 42. And I want you to open up a command prompt, which bring this up and go ahead and make that fairly large. And we're going to change directories first just to the main drive, and then we are going to go to the John 180J1W/run/. So we're going to do CD John 180J1W/run/. And you should know that you're in the correct directory, because then it should show up right in front of your cursor and after the C drive. From here, it wants us to type in TrueCrypt _volume2 john.x to run the program. So TrueCrypt _volume2 john.exe. Let me make sure I got it correct. Hit enter, and it should show a error, and that's okay. That's because we haven't specified what container it needs to look into and where to put the output. So we're going to just put the up arrow to bring that up, and then we're going to add, after that, we're going to add where the location of the encrypted container is. So we're going to type in E:/ and then the title of it, encrypted container, then a space, and then a less than sign, which should be pointing to the right, then a space, and then we're going to come up with a name of a file to put it, and we're going to call it #_values, and then make it a txt file. That would, just like they show right here in step 45. So then I hit enter, and this time you again may get a slight warning, but that's all right. It should now work. And so now it's run the program and created a hash file, which it's saving all of the it's saving where all the hashes are that contains the password. So it's extracting all those hash values and putting it into that value. So now we're going to look at see what all of those hash values are. So we're going to type in in the space #_values.txt. So you can actually see all the stuff that's extracted. And it's a fairly large set of data, but it's a whole bunch of values that is all encrypted. So now we're ready to actually run the program that's going to use a brute force dictionary method to crack the password. So we're going to type in this right here, this John space hyphen word list equals password dot lst space, and we want it to run on the #_values.txt file. And while it should say that it's going to take a little bit of time to run, and the instructions also tell you that because it's essentially going through its entire dictionary, and it will pop up once it's determined what the password is. And as you can see here, it just popped up. It shows me that the password was Apple, which is the one I used. And it says that you can use Q or Control-C to abort once you've figured out what you want. Since I can see the password, I'm going to go ahead and hit I'm going to hit Q. That aborts it. And now just to, that's step 47. And in your notebook, you'll notice that for step 38, it wants you to take a screenshot showing the encrypted container has cracked with the John the Ripper tool. So you need to take a screenshot showing at least this section here. So if I would take a screenshot showing that I can see the password, and you might even want to, if you can, circle or highlight where it's showing you that the password was cracked. Then after that, it does want, or it says this is optional. Go ahead and do this though. Just, it's not that hard. You're gonna do the type space John dot pot, and that will show you how long it took before it was able to encrypt it and all the stuff that came before, and then where it was. So you can view all that it's successfully. So if you'd rather, you can also take a screenshot of this here and circle the fact that your password is down at the bottom there. So again, you were supposed, this will only work if you used a generic password. That's one reason why they told you in yesterday's assignment to do so. Other than that, there is a question on step 49 that you are supposed to answer and put into the notebook. And then that is it for today. So should work very well. If you have issues, please let me know. I'll be on my computer online from 9 till noon the whole time, and also sporadically after that until 2:30. All right. Have a good day.